It's Tuesday. What's good, squad? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee, man. It's your boy Ruck in the building today. Hey, listen, what a week we have in the Straight Up Tennessee family. Look, man, Friday, Jaylen McCollough, Tank McCollough, the boy, the Brody, the homie, will be joining us on Chop It Up Friday, man. We're going to learn more about Jaylen, really. Why Tennessee, man? Why did he feel like it was important to come back to Tennessee for this fifth year that he has in the 2023 season? We're going to chop it up with him. We're going to do gas or trash with him. And we're just going to have a banger of a show, man. Can't wait for Friday. But today, man, the Vol baseballs are handing – the Vol baseballs are heading to Omaha once again, looking like Wake Forest might be that draw. We'll see what that ends up being. Excited for them. But also, we ain't going to hop on a Straight Up Tennessee show and not talk about Tennessee football. I want to know from you, Jabari Small, Jalen Wright, Dylan Sampson, Cam Seldon, Deshaun Bishop. Which one of the 5 running backs in this room could have a season where we're all looking like, he might be that dude? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. It is the Tuesday rundown. Let's go.
To Northander, sets the race onto the field. The Barnums will be boarding the giant team that stretches from that north inbound on a cold day, becoming Lando as the Big Orange sets the race on the Shield Buskins Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
What it do, everybody, man? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee today on this Tuesday, man. Wherever you're joining us from, we're glad that you are here. If you're rocking with us on YouTube today, thank you, man. Rate this thing. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, man, right now so you never miss a video. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, here we go, or Spotify, go ahead and rate this thing 5 stars. Continue to comment, man, and let the people know why they need to be tuned in and locked into Straight Up Tennessee. Again, man, we are on the climb here on YouTube to 600 subscribers, man. The goal is 1,000 before football season. I think it's going to happen. There's a lot of things going on in the background, man. Me and the boy Turn been working. And the boy Turner, he'll be back with me on Friday for Chop It Up Friday with Jaylen McCollough. Just been a busy season for him. And I'm just blessed to be able to work from home. And so I can do the show at any moment sometimes. And it just makes sometimes some sense to just roll. And so he'll be back, though. The boy will be back on Friday for Chop It Up Friday with Jaylen McCollough, bro. It's going to be a banger of a show. Can't wait to have him back as well. But, man, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a great week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, but man, every day is a new day, a new challenge, a new adventure. And so I just pray for everybody, man, listening today, man, that you guys are just going to have a blessed and an abundant week. Everything that you've been praying for, everything that you've been begging to do and hoping to see, I'm praying that your needs are met this week. You already know, man, we a faith-filled group as well. And so we're going to always throw some Jesus in the show at some point. And it just was at the top this time. I just felt it in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. But everybody that knows me know that that's just me, bro. Real talk. But, man, what a weekend for the Tennessee baseball team. I mean, from getting rained out on Saturday to having to make that game up Sunday, take 55 minutes and play again, win that game 8-4, and then you come out Monday night and another weather delay. You don't start play until 9:06 where they were because they were on Central Time, 9 o'clock first pitch, and you come out and you win 5-0 against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. They sucked. Let me rewind. They were very good. Southern Miss is very good. But they were just ugly. Like, like when you meet somebody and the first impression, you're just like, I just don't know. I don't know about them. And then the second time you meet them, they do the same thing they did the first time. And you just like, yeah, I really don't like this person. That was Southern Miss for me. The first game, homeboy talking cash after he gets striked out. He says, you suck. Like yelling. I'm like, okay, yeah, you making me not like your whole squad. And then happens again after the weather delay. Like, okay, not the weather delay, sorry, like the 55 minutes in between game 1 and game 2 on Sunday. They still talking crazy. And then they talking crazy last night. I'm just like, these dudes don't deserve to go to Omaha. You know what I'm saying? Like, character matters. When did character stop being important in sports? When did sportsmanship stop being important in sports? This new generation of athletes in different places, is not everybody, but y'all know the saying, one bad apple will rotten the whole group. Like one spoiled apple rottens the whole group. Like, we've heard this for years. And sportsmanship in all sports has just went from like, it was just normalized, and now people have just forgotten how to and I get it. Like, you're playing against somebody, like you're gonna be a dog, right? Like, I remember playing. We play teams I don't like. I got a little bit of extra little, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still got a little extra juice. But like, when the game is over and my team win or lose, like, I'm still shaking your hand. I'm still talking to you, because most of the time the teams that you hate, you know a lot of people on. Like, it's a rivalry. You know them very well, and things of that nature. So, I say all of that to say this. Sportsmanship has to begin to be back regulated in sports. Like, character matters, man. Like, how did you get to college? You showed the coach that you have like some type of integrity, some type of calmness in your spirit to even be on the roster, because ain't no coach gonna hire a bonehead. Like, they're not gonna recruit boneheads. And sometimes they do, like, but because they're pure talent. But that's a Ruck rant. I ain't had one of them in a minute. But integrity and character matters, bro. And I think that we have to get back to a place. And I think Coach Heupel has done a fantastic job. Tony Vitello, obviously, he's done a great job. But I think Danny White, being the helm as the athletic director here at Tennessee, he has done a great job of making sure that all sports are aligned with culture, vision, and values. And that is the type of athletes that Tennessee is recruiting. And that is why you're not hearing our names and crazy stuff and all these stupid things, like when Coach Pruitt and even when Butch was here, some little things happening. You're not seeing those things. And yes, it's about to be year 3, right? Yeah, Josh Heupel hasn't been here a long time, but you can just tell that Danny White is the catalyst for this character and integrity movement that I'm talking about. So, but Tennessee's heading to Omaha. Back to the point. Excited, man. Excited for them. I think it's well-deserved because of what we went through last year to get to the College World Series, being, God almighty, best team in college baseball at that time, and you lose in the first series against Notre Dame. It just had a bad taste in your mouth. Bad taste. And so now we get to figure out where we're going to be. Excited to see where they land. Excited to see what happens there. I hope they just, with that bad taste in their mouth, they come in with some vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like we're out to get you because of what happened to us, but like, we just come in and we just got a different kind of chip on our shoulder. You know what I mean? Like a different kind of like, okay, I'm finna hit you with this 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna show y'all why we deserve to be here. So man, I kind of want to turn the corner a little bit on this Tuesday show. Again, man, we won't be here too long. Probably another 5 or 10 minutes. But, man, we wanted to hop on, and I wanted to make sure to get something out today. Obviously, promoting the Jaylen McCollough show on Friday for Chop It Up Friday. It's going to be great, man. Y'all just lock in. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to chop it up, and it's going to be a fantastic show, one that you're going to want to share to people around you. But we just excited, man, not just to have Jaylen on the show, but to begin to have more players on the show. I think the thing about us is like, man, we just genuine dudes. We're not wanting anything from them. Like, I don't want him to send us nothing. Like, he don't need to do nothing, man. We just want to know more about Jaylen. Like, we care. And I think from us at Straight Up Tennessee, I think it's a little different vibe from a lot of different shows out there where it's all media, it's all facts, it's all yada, yada, yada. And we bring that to the show. I think we do a great job of bringing facts and stats and opinions. I mean, anytime you get in front of a microphone and you're as vulnerable as we are, you say things and it's an opinion. It's not the truth. It's not the facts. We're not at practice. We don't see anything. We're just going off of what we know that all the media is sharing. And so, but I say all of that to say I think that the Jaylen McCollough show will be the start of something special for the Straight Up Tennessee show. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait for y'all to really hear about him. And like I told y'all, man, we chopped it up with him at the Ollie Lane football camp just for a minute. Like, didn't even really get to spend a ton of time. And for him to be so welcoming to hopping on our show for like 45 minutes to an hour, like, I'm telling y'all, just wait. The type of character that he has, the integrity he has, even through all the mess that he went through last year with the guy coming to his apartment and all of that mess, man, like he fought through it, prayed through it. And I can't wait for y'all to just hear a little bit more about his heart. I'm excited too. So to get to know him and really chop it up, man. This be the start of something new for the Straight Up Tennessee family, man. So, but speaking of Vols football, Jabari Small, Jalen Wright, Dylan Sampson, Deshaun Bishop, and Cameron Seldon are the 5 running backs, premier running backs, I would say, on this roster who could potentially see clock. Now, we know Dylan Sampson and Jabari and Jalen Wright will 100% clock this year. But where does Cam Seldon and Deshaun Bishop fall? If you watch the orange and white game, you saw Deshaun Bishop is a north-south, grinded out, hey, I can get loose and boogie type running back. You saw Cameron Seldon is a complete athlete. Running back is not his natural position. I think in high school, he actually was more of a wide receiver. But as Tennessee recruited him in the process, he became more listed as an athlete because he can do so much with the football. And so you know what you're going to get with D-Samp. Shout out D-Samp, man. We hollered at him as well. Dylan Sampson, right now, D-Samp, my boy. Baton Rouge, Louisiana's own. It's time to get on the show, Brody. We got Jalen. We got Tank coming on. You next, bro. That's a request. D-Samp, holla at me, bro. What we got to do, what I got to do. Let's get you on the show. Let's chop it up. Let's learn more about Louisiana. Let's learn more about why Tennessee for you, bro. Why did you pull up? Why did you decide to leave home, a prominent program down there at LSU, and get to Knoxville, Tennessee, and become a Vol? And let's talk more about your story, your family, like your backstory, man. I know you and I got to chop it up a little bit at Ollie's camp and talk about, you talked a lot about the crime. You're telling the kids, like, when you introduce yourself, talked a lot about the crime back home. Like, I want to know some stories, man. I want to hear your heart. But then just chop it up about ball, man. Like, so what we got to do, D-Samp? Pull up on us, bro. Tap in with us. Real talk. We need D-Samp on this thing. So if y'all know, send this thing to Dylan. Send this thing to him now. Let him know. Pull up on us. And we'll get him on the show too. But we know what he going to do. We know what D-Samp going to do with the football. Special with the ball in his hands. Jalen Wright, special with the ball in his hands. Jabari can stay healthy. He is a 1, 2, 3, 4th round guy in 2024's NFL draft. And so the question at the beginning of the show that I asked is, out of those guys, who is poised for the biggest year? And in my opinion, it's Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright has progressed in all 2. He's been at Tennessee for 2 years, and each year he has done something better. Last year, his pass blocking was out of this world better than year 1. When he was a freshman, Jabari was a sophomore. Yep, because Jabari's a senior, Jalen's a junior. So Jabari was there. Pass blocking was great, and Jalen learned. Jay Wright always was dynamic with the ball in his hands. You could see games like from year 1, games like Florida, games like Missouri, where he gets the ball and you're like, okay. I see what you could be. But he struggled with pass blocking in year 1. Year 2, The pass blocking gets corrected. He gets bigger. He's about 205 at the time. I mean, I think Jaylen Wright's potentially even bigger than 205 now, as we speak. But he gets a little bigger, gets more physical, gets faster, and gets stronger, and begins to pass block well. And I would say in 2022, his downfall was fumbling the football, right? So you're talking about a year 3 Jay Wright, who had massive games last year against Kentucky, against Vanderbilt, against Florida, massive games. Alabama plays fantastic. So we're saying all of this, and we're saying, okay, year 1, it was pass blocking. Well, he fixed that in year 2. Year 2, it was fumbling. It's year 3. Can Jaylen Wright fix the fumbling issue and then become Tennessee's go-to running back alongside D-Samp and Jabari? Like, if Jabari can be healthy, I'm telling you, that 3-headed monster alone, we saw how special it was last year. And Jabari got hurt, shoulder never really got back to the place it needed to, and it affected his performance. I think he ran a little bit less aggressive. I don't think that I think he was a little bit more apprehensive to the what if, right? Like thinking about, okay, if I do this, will this hurt? Excuse me, y'all. If I do this, will this affect my shoulder? Maybe I should just go down here. Maybe I shouldn't run through this arm tackle, because the shoulder, man, that's a really tough injury. Being a running back in the SEC by itself, but being a running back in general, anywhere, you're going to get hit. And so, again, if Jabari Small can get to a place of, like, he back, between Jaylen Wright, D-Samp, and him, I saw something in a Facebook group I'm in, and it was talking about our running backs, and they're like, does Joe Milton throw the ball 30, 35 times a game? I'm like, I think we're going to throw the football a lot more than we have in the past, simply because Joe could throw the ball. Like, not that Hendon couldn't. Hendon could throw the football. However, the game was called differently when Hendon was in the game versus watching the orange and white game. I mean, Joe Milton threw the ball a lot. Watching the Orange Bowl, threw the ball a lot. And so the question was, or it wasn't really a question, it was more of a comment from someone in this Tennessee Vols group on Facebook. He's like, our running backs are going to rush for 300 yards a game. Like, we're going to be number 1 rushing offense in the country. And I'm like, okay, like, let me pump the brakes just a little bit. Like, 300 yards a game, like, bruh, that's a lot. That's a lot of yards a game. And it's not impossible. Like, it's not something that can't happen. Like, we very well could get 250, 300 a game, but that's hard to do. But this 3-headed monster could do it. That's the craziest part, is this between Dylan Sampson and Jaylen and Jabari, and you throw in Cam Seldon in there for little packages and stuff. Like, bro, we could be scary. What do y'all think? What running back is going to have the biggest year? Who at the end of the year are we going to look back and say, yeah, he is the guy. He is the leader of that room. Is it D-Samp? I feel like D-Samp is so close to being not just a leader in the room, because I think he already is that now, being in year 2, even being around him and hearing the way he talks, hearing the way he speaks, the coach speak, for example, the leadership vibes that he has. Who's to say that he's not a leader in that room already in year 2? But he's going to be fantastic. So it's just like, we got a 3-headed monster that can attack you from multiple ways, catching out of the backfield, pass blocking when needed. We can run up A or B gaps. We can hit tosses. We can hit jet sweeps. We can hit screens. I mean, what do you need, right? We can go out of the backfield on a jet out and catch passes in the flat. Like, all 3 of them can do this. We saw Jabari Small catch a wheel route in multiple games and score touchdowns. We've seen Dylan Sampson catch passes and take them. We've seen Jay Wright do the same thing. And so my opinion, Jalen Wright has the potential to be the best running back on this team and in the SEC based off of the things he's progressed on in years 1 and 2. Again, what did I say? Year 1, pass blocking was his issue. Year 2, he fixed it. Fumbling was the issue. It's year 3. Can he be a complete back by not turning the football over, pass blocking well, and just absolutely eating up yards every time he touches the ball? I think Jalen Wright has the potential and will be the best, the RB1 by the end of the year in this roster with Dylan Sampson right behind him. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. What do y'all think? Drop the comments right now, man. It's been the Tuesday rundown. I can't wait for Friday, man. Again, the boy Jaylen McCollough Tank joining us. I'm just going to let y'all know right now. Lock in with us. Tap in. Go ahead and let everybody you need to know that Straight Up Tennessee on Friday morning at 7 a.m. is the place you want to be. So, man, we love y'all. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification here on YouTube. Thank you for listening on Apple and Spotify podcast, man. We are growing, and we're glad to be growing with you, man. So for my boy Turner, you already know it's your boy Ruck, and it's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you on Friday. We outie.